The mother of a 9-year-old boy named Mark received a phone call. It was from her son's teacher. Mrs. Smith, something unusual happened today in your son's class, and I thought you should know about it. As I was teaching creative writing, I told them the story of the ant and the grasshopper. This is a story where the ant stores up all of his food in the spring to have food for the winter, while the grasshopper plays all spring and has no food for the winter. So the grasshopper hops along to the ant's house and begins to beg for food. I asked the students to write an end to the story. Most students end the story by having the ant share his food with the grasshopper and them both living, while other students wrote that the ant didn't share his food with the grasshopper. So the ant lived, but the grasshopper died. But your son wrote something I had never seen before. He wrote, so the ant gave all of his food to the grasshopper. The grasshopper lived, but the ant died. And at the bottom of the page, he had drawn 3 crosses with these words. Jesus gave up his life so that we might live eternally. In John 3:16 it says, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. In this story, the ant gave everything for the grasshopper. The grasshopper, like us, didn't even deserve food or forgiveness. But the ant still sacrificed his entire life, just like Christ did. What would it look like to sacrifice your entire life? That's the life that Jesus lived. Even in his high position, he knelt down and cleansed his disciples' feet. Jesus was that person who surrendered his position as an offering to God. And that is the exact definition of sacrifice. In order to serve, you need to sacrifice. Actions speak louder than words. Christ's sacrifice demonstrated that he loved us. Therefore, we can show that same love when we serve those in need. You can be the one to tell them. You can be the one they get to see. Last year, I went on a mission trip to China. In order for me to get there, I sacrificed a lot of my time and money. And in the end, I was able to bring hope and salvation to the people there. Because in the end, serving makes you more like Jesus. And when you serve, do it for God's glory. In Colossians 3:23 through 25, it says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord. When you serve, are you giving it your all? Do you work as if Jesus was standing right in front of you? Sometimes it's hard to serve when you just want to get things done quickly. So we should work hard in all we do as if we were serving Jesus himself. In the Good Samaritan story, it talks about 3 men and a dying man on the floor. Those 3 men had an opportunity to serve and help the dying man. In fact, 2 out of those 3 men worked at the church or was a priest at the church. You would think those would be the 2 people to help the dying man. But hear this, the least expected one, the least expected man helped the dying man on the floor, and his actions changed the person. Actions change people. Which one are you going to be? Are you going to put others' needs before yours? There's not always going to be a dying man on the floor, but maybe someone at school really needs to talk to you. Don't be too busy to notice those around you and miss an opportunity to serve. In life, they won't always see you pick up that extra piece of chair or trash, but God sees everything. Your actions change people. Your simple actions of sacrificial service might literally change the world. In Hebrews 13:16, it says, and don't forget to do good and to share with those in need. These are the sacrifices that please God. Like the story of the ant and the grasshopper, we have been given new life. So do everything for God's glory. How are your actions changing the world? And when you serve, are you giving it your all? What kind of impact can you and I have if we sacrifice our time and serve others like Christ did? Thank you.